This video has been brought to you by my book, A Winner Is You. Check it out in the description below. Welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and we have two special guests, King Slime and Servant Slime.
Thank you, Ryan. It's good to be here.
It's good to make your acquaintance, Ryan.
But first, we are tired from our long journey and would like some refreshments from your humble estate.
Yes, I would like some tea, actually.
Of course, Your Highness. I have a special slime teapot that I recently acquired to serve you the best tea that you've ever tasted.
Just make sure not to spill it like that sackchief guy did.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So, I pour the tea there, and... shit. Okay, I'm spilling it everywhere. Okay, just gonna pour back and forth. I'm gonna try my best, because this is really... I've never done this before. Yeah, it's spilling all over the table. Alright. I recall it was quite a mess.
Don't worry, Your Highness. I won't make that same mistake.
Delicious! Thank you for this warm, tantalizing beverage of luminarious taste.
Yes, this tea is quite good. Thank you again, Ryan.
Say, my boy, why won't you join us in refreshing yourself with these warm drinks?
Thank you, Your Highness. I'll get my tea now. Oh man, those liquid metal slimes are always hard to catch. Gotcha!
That was very delicious tea. Thank you, Ryan.
Yes, I especially like the mugs you serve them in.
It was my pleasure. I knew I had to choose something fitting.
So, Ryan, what game are you reviewing today?
Ah, I'm glad you asked, Your Highness. Well, we're going to be reviewing Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime for the Nintendo DS, the first Rocket Slime game to ever come out here in the US.
Whoa, Ryan! The first Rocket Slime game?
Yeah, the very first Rocket Slime game that came out on the DS in 2006.
I'm afraid you're wrong there, my boy.
What?
Servant, bring out the games.
Yes, Your Highness.
There's more Rocket Slime games?
Yes, Ryan. Rocket Slime on the Nintendo DS is actually an English translation of the second Slime Mori Mori game in Japan.
So Rocket Slime is a sequel!
Yes, the games technically reboot each time, so you don't need knowledge of any of the previous games, which is why it's easy to get into Rocket Slime for the Nintendo DS.
How did we not get these other games?
Ryan, it is your royal duty to play through and review all of the Rocket Slime / Slime Mori Mori Dragon Quest games.
Alright, Your Highness, I'll get to these games right away.
Several days later.
Alright, now that I've played through the entire Slime Mori Mori / Rocket Slime games, welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and the game we're going to talk about today is Slime Mori Mori 1 for the Game Boy Advance, which is the first Rocket Slime game.
Boss, we got some dire news.
What is it, you mug?
Some guy is reviewing the entire Rocket Slime series.
I assume that bum is only doing the second game that came out in America, right?
No, he's starting from Slime Mori Mori 1 on the Game Boy Advance. He's making his way up to the third one on the 3DS.
I don't believe it. Are Dragon Quest fans actually that smart to seek out the other games?
I'm afraid so, boss.
This could ruin our operations, as the West should never know about these other Dragon Quest games. They failed to even acknowledge the series back when it was Dragon Warrior on the NES.
What are we gonna do, boss?
Monitor this bum's review in the meantime, and then, when the time comes, I'll deal with them. Personally.
You got it, boss.
So Slime Mori Mori 1, also known as Slime Mori Mori Dragon Quest Shogeki no Shippodan, which also means Slime with Gusto Shocktail Team, was released in 2003 for the Game Boy Advance and never saw a US release. You know, I would have liked to play this in my actual Game Boy Advance. And there was a fan translation that was in the works back in 2008 but was never finished, so I decided to play the game in Japanese with Google Translate. But luckily you don't really need Google Translate to really play this game. I would recommend the guide on GameFAQs though. So the basic plot is pretty much the same as Rocket Slime on the Nintendo DS, where your friends get kidnapped by the Plob Father, Don Clawleone, and you need to save all 100 of them, defeat the bosses, and then fight Don Clawleone at the end. And your main method of attack is the Elasto Blast, where you pull back and launch yourself at enemies to pick them up, toss them around, or hit them enough times to actually kill them for gold. And now it's time to talk about the entire story and all the game mechanics, and we will be getting into spoiler territory here, so make sure you're aware of that here on Awesome Video Game Memories. So the game begins on a normal day in Boingburg with Rocket talking to his friends, and you get the Elasto Blast tutorial like you do in Rocket Slime for the Nintendo DS, and your pal Huli gives you a magic wand which accidentally turns you into a platypunk. Oh no! You're a traitor! And scares everybody in town. And after you fail to turn back to normal, I'm still Rocket on the inside, guys. Members of the Plob, which consist of platypunks, kidnap your sister Bo and you're turned back to normal. Whew. I'm normal again. Where's my sister? And your pal Huli brings you outside and shows you that all of Boingburg has been destroyed and most of the citizens have been kidnapped. I keep doing this. And there are tons of giant steel balls all scattered around blocking the entrances to many of the buildings. A big feminine gigantes arrives, and Huli distracts it long enough for you to escape into the world map. So the main part of the game begins as you start in the Noke Woods, and you find all of your friends in treasure boxes all around the map, and you can transport them back on carts to town along with your enemies. Yeah, just like in Rocket Slime for the DS. And there is a day and night cycle just like Rocket Slime and the DS, so you can't spend too long exploring, but you can use the carts to travel back as well. And you may not be able to get back all of your friends on your initial visits, but after you gain more powers like the more powerful Elasto Blast, you can definitely break through much harder objects. And also, the more of your friends you rescue, the more spiked balls you can remove from town. And a level on the map is completed when you rescue all of your friends and defeat the unique boss at the end. And I do feel that the bosses are probably the best aspect of the Rocket Slime series, because even though the game is very fun and simple, and the bosses are definitely unique and do require you to think a bit in order to defeat them. And as you defeat more of the bosses, more the levels open up, and the world map definitely looks a lot different than Rocket Slime on the DS because these games technically reboot each other with each sequel. And the music is still composed by veteran composer Koichi Sugiyama, but this is before Dragon Quest X and XI where they repeated songs from the older games, and most of the music here is pretty fun and unique. And I think Sugiyama had a pretty fun time composing for this game. Yeah, I like the plop thing. And I absolutely love the Michael Jackson type boss theme. And once you're done with the initial levels, you meet Duckdoor Sid, who's one of the good platypunks, and he helps you out like every Rocket Slime game. And eventually you'll be able to open the shop where you can buy items to heal you in battle and more. And then halfway through the game, you have to go south of town and find the 3 slime ninjas, Gushashi, Gushido, and Tokyo Tom, in order to access the last batch of levels. And once you finish through all the levels, you go to the final dungeon, the Slime Tail, where you confront Don Clawleone after going through a series of difficult trials in his tower, one involving trying to outsmart the feminine gigantes. Well, I think you need to go this way, or that way, or maybe this way. So once we reach the end, we confront Don Clawleone at the top of his tower, and we have 2 phases in this battle.
Welcome, Ryan. I praise you for making it this far. I am the Plob Father, Don Clawleone. I didn't think a bum like you would actually get this far in reviewing this game. But now, I must deal with you myself. Shall we begin?
Where he fights you on his own and he summons his own henchmen to help him out. Because his henchmen shoot you with machine guns. Yes, machine guns in Dragon Quest. Well, Dragon Quest Dai did have, guns with Marm, so yeah. And then after that he gets in his mecha, then you have to stop him from there.
How dare you make a fool out of the great Plop Father? You asked for it now, you bum. I'm gonna transform. Ah, nuts. I'm too big for this place. And I just redecorated too. Time to squash you like a bug, you slippery slime.
And then the second phase of the game is a graphically impressive sequence where Don Clawleone takes up the entire screen, and in order to defeat him, you have to actually aim objects at the bump in his back. So we defeat Don Clawleone, and his henchmen bring a special mirror where he admires a famous female platypunk and makes his escape, just like in Rocket Slime.
I can't believe I was beaten by a bum YouTube reviewer. Oh wait, it's time for the news. Oh my plob, she's so kawaii desu. You bums may have won this time, but the plob will be back. Let's scram, you bums.
Yes, boss.
Although it is kind of weird I'm talking about the previous game and comparing it to the next game, since, this is the one that we actually played first. But however, it's not quite over yet, as we have to travel to a temple in the sky in order to get the last captured slime, because once you beat Don Clawleone, you only get 99 slimes, but your 100th slime is located in another dungeon. And then after that, we have to fight a Chimera boss. After we rescue the last slime, the credits roll and we see everybody in Boingburg at peace and Don Clawleone plotting his next scheme. And once you're done with the game, you actually do have a lot of replay value because you can actually get paintings as you proceed through the game, and then you can play mini games like pot smashing, surfing, soccer, and a survival game to get even more paintings. So Slime Mori Mori Dragon Quest for the Game Boy Advance is an excellent prequel to the Dragon Quest Rocket Slime series. And I do consider it a crime that we never got this game in the US. I think this game would have really sold well here, and I would have liked to play the fan translation, but sadly at the time of this video recording it's not done yet. Maybe it'll be done in the distant future, but it's been over a decade already, so I think it's kind of abandoned. And even though this is the first Rocket Slime game, and I do think they really refined things in the sequel, this game has quite a lot of depth, quite a lot of replay value, and I highly recommend it. And you actually don't really need to know a lot of Japanese to play this. You can actually go to GameFAQs and use the guide there to help you get through. Because once you beat the initial 3 dungeons, I would recommend using the guide. And luckily, Slime Mori Mori for the Game Boy Advance is really cheap on eBay. I got a complete, nearly brand new boxed copy for about $9, although shipping from Japan was kind of a lot. Alright guys, so that ends this episode of awesome video game memories about Slime Mori Mori for the Game Boy Advance. And for the next episode, the one you've all been waiting for, the true sequel to Rocket Slime, Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime for the Nintendo DS. How's that, Your Highness?
Excellent review, Ryan. However, there are still 2 more to go.
And there's no doubt the plob will be back.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to check out these other videos, and also make sure to follow me on social media and check out the official Battle Geek Plus website. Take care.